as a site name and the site admin email. Now, let's look at the easy thing first. Site admin email. Site admin emails is your account manager or the admin manager. Alright, it could be IT, it could be the BIM manager and so on. Depends on your customer workflow. Alright. Now, site name and HQ account. What is that? If I show it to you here, right? If you go to the account admin, this is your account site name and this is your HQ account ID, right? So now back to this slide. These slides or these steps here is for existing customer, alright? Existing BIM 360 customer. So you need to ask your customer what is their site name and what is their HQ account ID, so that your BIM 360 design will be automatically linked to your BIM 360 account. Alright? Blur? You guys understand? Alright, who don't understand? Alright, who understand? Alright. I will give you the slide so you guys can read it more. Alright. Now, ask them what is the site name, what is the account ID. If the customer said that, hey, what is site name, what is the account ID? You ask them to go to their account admin here, alright, and you go into the account ID here. You go to the account ID, you go to the settings here, and then you can see your site name and also the HQ ID. Alright, copy that, fill out the form so that your BIM 360 design will automatically link your current BIM 360 account on the site. Alright, now on the customer side, everything is done. They should have received one email. This is the one biggest issue is customers don't receive email. Right, regardless whether it's our system error or they ignore emails. But always ask them to check whether they received an email. Alright, without this email, there is no way for them to go into their BIM 360. Right, they need to activate your project or activate your account. Then only they can go into the admin account. Alright. Now, these are the BIM 360 design. So for the dots, blue and build, new customer, alright, or existing customer, you will required to fill out this form. Alright. First of all, if it's an existing customer, you have to fill out whether you want the US server or Europe server. Of course, you choose the US server, and then fulfillment type. Is it a new account or the existing account? New customer or the existing customer? Here, this is most important. Account options. Alright. Is it a renewal? Is it add account admin, or is it a new BIM customer? Whatever the options that you want to do. Now, the rest of the things are pretty standard. You fill up company name and so on. Okay, this is the most important thing. BIM 360 account name and account admin email. All right. You tell the customer, existing customer. All right. Same like just now. Put in the site name here and the account admin email. Make sure these two is the same with their existing information. Okay. Let me just blow up. Can I? There you go. Right. So these two things is important for existing. Now, for new customer, what you need to do? They don't have site name. They don't have any information. This is where you need to ask them, hey, how you want to name your account name? Right? Now, the account name should be the company name. That's the most simple, basic understanding. If Autodesk, write there Autodesk. If it's IJM Construction, write there as IJM Construction. It's easier for you to do that. Okay? Account admin, it means that who is the account managers to that. Now, the rest of the thing you have to fill it up. Are they buying docs, field, blue, and so on. Now, this is the existing workflow. Regardless, you have to fill up the account name and email. We might be changing the way how we're going to register. All right, we are using the manual, which is a document form. Soon you will see the changes. We might be using the web form and so on. Regardless, all right, account name and admin email is still there, and you need to decide and advise your customer what to do.
One question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
Can account name be duplicated? Like in one country is company A,
Can, but
Can you repeat that?
Okay. What if the account name is duplicated? Like in Thailand, they have the same company name as in other ASEAN or other places in the world.
right, you can do that, but you advise the customer not to do that. Right? You can duplicate, but advise customer not to do that because it will create a confusion. I should give you an example later on. Okay. I think I have a good example here. This is Kunsuri account, and let me see. Hey, where is the thing? Project KC. There you go. Now, all these things here is the account name. All right. MCC China, Progressive, Sino Thai, Vietnet, IJM, Ingram Micro, and so on, Autodesk Singapore. All this is the site name. Now, your questions, can we duplicate? The answer is yes. You see Sino Thai here? I have 3 Sino Thai. Okay. Can I expand this one? There you go. Right. Here, change account. This is the account name. Look at this. I have 3 Sino Thai. Now, my questions to you guys is: this Sino Thai is where? This Sino Thai is where? This Sino Thai is where? If Sino Thai, you have a office in Bangkok, Chiang Mai, or maybe in Vietnam. All right. So which one is which? So we always advise the customer put a specific name if you have a multiple offices and they want to use multiple accounts. Like for example, we have a case with the Stonehenge. Stonehenge have 2 accounts. One is local, one is international, right? So the site name they put it is one is the Stonehenge and the other one is called Stonehenge International. So it makes the biggest difference and it's easier for you to manage the work. Now, since there's a question, means you guys understand that. Okay. Now,
Hey, Casey,
yeah.
you open project management, right? So usually when we with the subtitle package we create item, right? So when we create item, we attach document. How the workflow between team docs and
Submittal.
subtitle?
I go through with you guys on the workflow later in the afternoon. Right. Now, customers. Right. How I'm going to check? How I'm going to know how many licenses do I have? What is my entitlement? What do I have? Always go to the account admin, go to the analytics, go to the right hand side. You can see document management, project management, design model, blah 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 blah. How many entitlements do you have over here? All right. Like for example, I have a few. But at the same time, I have a field management because it's my entitlement to get a free upgrade to the new D360 field. I have the design collaboration here because I have C4R. Alright, I link that with my design collaboration. So I have a glue, I have a model coordination here because it's an entitlement. And you can see the usage, alright, and you can ask the customer to check on the rest of it. Now, that cover everything in terms of the licensing. Common mistake. Okay, let me talk about this one first. Now, common mistake. You ask the customer to register the site name. Right? This is very, very common. Right? A scenario, a TT Consultant Private Limited, they are working on 2 projects called MBAC Tower and QBA Tower. The first pilot project they want to go into BIM360 Docs is the MDAC Tower. Now, most of the time, I don't know if you guys are still doing that, but for the past 2 years, we see a lot of this issue, is you have the customer to register the company, the site name or the account name as a project name called MBAC Tower. Now, it looks fine when they are working on the first pilot project. Okay, MBAC Tower, MBAC Tower. But what happened to the second, third, fourth project? It will become MBAC Tower, QBA Tower. Right? This is a very common issue when customer register. Where is this MBAC Tower, QBA Tower, which is here. Top here. See that? Autodesk Singapore, Autodesk Hospital, CB. This one. So can you imagine if I register my site name or the account name called Autodesk Hospital? Alright? What will happen here is under my account I have multiple projects, right? So it will become Autodesk Hospital, SCBW, and then I have a MRT Corp test environment. So it becomes very, very messy. right? So that is one thing that you guys need to understand what is the common mistake. The correct way here is for the registration is register them, the site name called TT Consulting or TT Consulting Private Limited, and then create a project under TT Consulting. Okay. Company. All right. This is another common mistake. All right. Example: a DD Consulting, they are working. Sorry for my typo. I do that last night. They purchased BIM 360 docs and they're using BIM 360 docs. 2 months later, they said, hey, I like docs. I want to expand my workflow. I want to buy BIM 360 glue. So the most common question here is normally how you guys do the registration. All right. BIM 360 docs, you might register for them called DD Engineering. But when go for the glue, they buy a new one. You give them the site name called DDE. What will happen here is, if you do that, they will have 2 accounts, and these 2 accounts are not linked. If they have a project called the AB Tower, all right, your AB Tower, they only can choose whether they want to use docs or they can use glue. They cannot use concurrent because it's a 2 separate accounts. You guys understand? Right? What is the right way to do a registration is, if the doc site name is called DD Engineering, the glue site name should be the same, and inform Autodesk saying that, hey, it's an existing customer, and make sure the site name is the same called DD Engineering, so that the glue and the docs will be in one account, and that AB Tower project, they can use docs and glue at the same time. Alright? You guys understand? Okay? Now, licensing issue, I talk about that later on. This one. Right? I don't know why my slide is running up and down, because I do that last night. Now, let me sidetrack a bit. A lot of customers say that, hey, how we can develop, or how we can help, or how we can request our BIM 360. So we always tell the customers saying that, hey, if you have a specific things that you want to request to our development team, if you have anything specific that you want to do with our BIM 360 team, you have an idea, you have a suggestions, go to our idea station. Anyone know what is idea station? Anyone went into the idea station before?
Idea station.
Alright, one. Okay, so idea station is a platform for customers, right? Not you guys, not Autodesk people, right? For customer to go in, submit their ideas. Like for example, if I go into my BIM 360 ideas, go in there, they will submit their ideas, what they want. Like for example, I want my docs to have an automatic backup into my local server, that kind of option. So I put in my ideas and I explain to the customer saying that what is going on, explain to our product team, why do I need that kind of features and why we need that, all right? What will happen here is each of the ideas, they have a like button at the bottom. So the rest of the users throughout the whole world, they will go in and read your comments. If they really say that, hey, this is exact things what I want, they will click the like button. What will happen here is the product team, all right, they will pick up the highly voted or the most liked features or the ideas, and they will develop that for the next release. Alright. Of course, you cannot see that after 3 months your request has been approved and updated, but at least we will put that in the timeline. If it's a small features, we will develop that faster. If it's a big change or it's a major things that we need to do, we will take time to do that. But our commitment to the public here is how we develop our BIM 360 is always rely on the idea station here. Alright? And this idea station is not only for the US customer, but for the rest of the countries. Right? I don't know why it doesn't open. I'll show you guys later on. Now, let's look at the licensing. This is very important, and I want you guys to participate and give your best answer. Come and choose whatever you guys want. All right. Now, first scenario. IJM Construction, a company called IJM Construction, they purchased 100 licenses of BIM 360 docs, and they give access to AA Architects 5 licenses or 5 users. Now, AI architects involved in another project with the DGB construction, and they're also using BIM 360 docs. Alright? DGB also purchased 100 licenses, okay, on BIM 360 docs and inviting AA architects into the project. Now, my question to you guys is, AA architects using IGM construction license, right, for the first project. On the second project, if they join DGB construction project, whose licensing that the architects is using? Not for you, John. Anyone? Right. IGM, right. Any more? Not you, John. IGM. Now, the answer is no. AA architect will use IGM license for IGM project, and AA architect will use DGB license for DGB project. BIM 360 doc is an account-based license. You cannot cross account, right? If you're using that license for IGM, it means that you're only for IGM account. DGB, you need to have DGB license and give the access to AA architect, right? Docs, glue, build. These three is the account-based license, and you cannot cross-use in another account. It means that if I'm the Author Singapore, if I'm inviting you guys into my project, alright, I giving you my license to you guys, and you cannot use that for Bentley, you cannot use that for others' account, right? You guys understand this one? Any questions for this one? Yep.
Sorry, this is not a question regarding the licensing issue. I'd like to go back to the discrepancy regarding the wrong registration. For BIM 360 docs and BIM 360 glue, as you can see, it says two site names, right?
Yes.
What if my client wants to have them changed into one site name? And how is it going to be resolved? What's the process, and then how long it will take?
Okay, if it happens that you do a wrong registration to your customer, alright, please rectify the issue immediately before they start with the live project, because if they start project under DDE, there's no way we can transfer the project data or the information from DDE to DD engineering account. Immediately change it. And how you're going to change it is inform our backend team. To be frank, I don't know how the partners' workflow works, alright, but you always can contact our sales or the technical team to do that for you. Immediately change it. Do not let your customer start with a live project. Otherwise, you're going to end up like me. 2 years ago, it happens to us in this way. John and myself, we have to manually download file by file, because at that time we cannot download folder. We have to do that for thousands of files one by one, and we create in another site, we create the folders and we upload it manually one by one. Alright, I can tell you it's very pain. Alright, it's not in terms of my finger pain, but my brain is pain. Alright, so immediately change it and let us know. Alright, whichever contacts you have, ask them to link it. We can do that at the back end. Right? Now,
Sorry.
yep.
All the AA architect. That means that they use 10 license or 10.
Yes. Right? We don't tell customer that we're using 10 license. We tell the customer saying that, look, you're using for IGM, you're using for DGB. Right? Now, our judgment here is, if AA architect can use IGM license for DGB project, it's not fair for IGM. Alright? IGM paying that license, and you use my license for other projects. Alright? So it's not fair for IGM. That's the reason that we have this kind of restriction. Right? Not to allow people cross account. Alright? I know there's certain condition which is not fair, but if the customer asks why, you can give them this kind of answer. Right? We protect each other's account.
Sorry,
Yep.
I have a question as well. Rather than we tell them that DGB buy for them, right? Why can't they buy their own license? It's easier for IGM and DGB to assign the same particular user, right? Rather than both have license and then both assign to the architect. Isn't it more complicated?
Alright, so this is a first condition where the developer said that, hey, I have this initiative and I'm going to set up a platform, and I'm going to give you the access. Now, your question, which is related to the second issue. Now, KK Consulting said that, hey, I'm mandated to use BIM 360 platform for my CDE, right? Now, my question is, what the KK Consulting need to do, right? A, they purchase all the license for all the stakeholders, just like IJM did, which is in your first scenario. Or B, they spell it out in the contract and ask the stakeholders to purchase their own license. So, anyone, A or B? A. Right. The answer is, why no one answering correctly? I'm not going to bring back the things to Malaysia. Now, the answer is, oh yeah, A, sorry. Who answered A? You guys. Sorry. Right. You can come up, pick whatever things that you want. Sorry, choose the first one that pick up, raise their hand just. I know there's another one that answered A. Who answered A just now? Anand, come on, you can pick whatever things you want. Right.
Go.
Now, what is the time now? What is the time now? 11:35. Oh shit. Okay. Docs. Now back to your questions. All right. KK cannot buy the license. KK cannot ask the consultants to buy the license. You know why? If KK asks the consultants to buy, let's say that I'm the consultant, all right, and my company name is KC Architect Sendirian Berhad, all right. If I buy my docs license, it will only sit in my account, so I cannot use that for the KK consulting project. So what happened here is, if I'm the architect, I purchase that, I have to set up a project, and now the structural engineer, M&E, everyone will go in and pull my license, because it's an account-based licensing. You cannot cross account. Always remember that we cannot cross account. Alright? If the condition, which is B, set out in the contract, as a stakeholder to purchase. What happened here is KK Consulting will set up a platform. Alright? And they invite me to go into their project. Alright? Now, I have my own docs. Okay? Now, my docs site name is called KC. Alright? Now, remember the rules is we cannot cross account. My license, which is in KC account, I cannot go into the KK Consulting because it's cross account, right? Those are the restrictions that we have. Any questions? Yeah.
One account, how many users can log in? Suppose I have 10 people in the office and I only have one account.
Technically it can be done, but I know that there's a lot of customers doing that. One license accessed by 5. Now you tell them that if you do that, you are in a high risk because you give that access to the 5 people. If someone screw up that some files in there, deleted or modified the file using the account, who are you going to blame? That 5 people. Alright, you cannot pinpoint or you cannot find who is the culprit doing that. Alright, at the end of the day, you might need to fire 5 people or you need to sue the 5 people. Right? Never do that because construction is very serious deal, because at the end of the day, you might bring the case to the court. Alright, the court might be using certain information to keep track on what is going on. Alright, who is doing that? Alright, if the building is collapsed and someone died, alright, so they will start to drill on whether is it a structural issue, alright, is it a contractual issue, is it a material issue, and so on. So you might lead up to a very serious issue, alright. Always tell the customer saying that if someone realizes that, then you tell them that this is the risk. Now, the third condition, alright, KGB Consult needs all consultants to sync or upload their central file into BIM 360 docs, right? They have created the project, inviting all the consultants in. Now, what the consultants need to do? Request BIM 360 license from KGB Consult or purchase their own BIM 360 design and use that in KGB Consult project. Answer? Sorry, I even forgot my answer. Alright, who answered A just now? Alright, who answered B just now? Alright, so now remember our rules that we cannot cross account for docs, glue, build. Now, design is a different case. Design is what we call BYOS, right? Bring your own subscription. It means that I can use my design license to go into any account that I want because it's a collaboration platform. It makes sense because architect, structural engineer, MEP, they have their own Revit and design is attached to the Revit, and this is how you collaborate because they have their own license to collaborate. All right, KGB can set up an account, all right, and everyone can use their own license to go in and start to use the central files and so on. All right, you can pick whatever things that you want. No, A. The answer is A. All right. Now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to wake up. Who answered B just now? We have a lot. All right, you guys can come out and pick it up. Okay, whoever answered B, just come out and take whatever thing that you guys like. Now, related to this one, all right, related to this issue. Now, same thing. All right, same condition. KGB Consult need all consultants to sync their models. Now, does KGB Consult need BIM 360 license? The answer is yes. All right, even though KGB don't do the collaboration, don't sync, right? And remember the first answer that all the consultants will bring their own license into this space. All right. The answer for the KGB, they still need at least one BIM 360 design. The reason why they need this license is because they need to activate the design collaboration module. All right. So if they don't have design, all right, if they don't have the design modules, there's no way for them to activate that kind of modules in their space. Even though all the consultants have BIM 360 design, they cannot go. They go in, they cannot do anything. Yeah.
I have this question. So, you get the BIM 360 design. That means that you also get BIM 360 docs, right?
Yes.
So, when this particular company go and get into this project, where they are participant to that project, right?
Yeah.
So, are they going to use their doc license as well?
All right.
So
Now,
whose license for docs that is being used? So let's say that they wanted to, do other projects and just use the docs.
okay. Remember the rules is docs, glue, build is an account-based license. You cannot cross account, and you only can cross account by using the BYOS, which is the BIM 360 design. Now, the question is in design, we have docs license in there, or so-called the modules called document management. This is exactly this one. This question here. What happened to the document management module in BIM 360 design, which is owned by the consultant? Alright, you guys know that document management is BIM 360 doc. BIM 360 docs license is account based. But now, just because that this module, document management, is in BIM 360 design, in BIM 360 design, it will automatically become a BYOS license. So consultants go into the KGB Consult, they can use the document management with their own license. They are not using KGB license at all. You guys understand the sequence here? Right?
So that means that the license would be from KGB Consult.
No, the license will be from the consultant. Okay, in this case, if they need to collaborate, like for example, use issue management, version control, whatsoever, consultant will be using their own license. They're not using KGB license at all.
You mean if you have design? You mean if you have design subscription, you can access everywhere?
In other words, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Right? So
by design.
now, confused? This morning I sent the same email to my colleagues. Most of my colleagues also confused.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Let's say if I'm working with Macon, because most of my projects are in the main contractor side, and then we're actually doing this one. The thing is, let's say if we have BYOS for all my subcontractors and my consultants, and I allocated around 100 licenses for that one. That means I might be using only 10. Can I return the 90?
Sorry, come again.
If I only have, let's say, if I'm able to use only 10 licenses out of 100,
Okay.
because the rest are actually BYOS, are we able to return the 90 licenses to others?
The 100 license is owned by
Because I assume that I am from main contractor, because I would say,
so you are the main contractor, you have 100 license.
yeah.
Alright.
And then the rest of the subcontractors, the rest of the consultants are actually having their own license as well
On docs or
on
design?
the design.
On design?
So it will become BYOS, right?
Yes. So
So-
let's say that you have 100 license, alright? You have 100 license of docs,
Let's say it's either docs or the design itself.
right? Let's say that you are the contractor, you have 100 license. Now you inviting subcon and consultant, which is let's say that for example you have 20 users, alright? 20 users will go into your space, and all of these 20 users will have their own license, alright? They purchase their own, which is BIM 360 design license.
Yeah.
Now, when they using the BIM 360 design, go in as using the design collaboration module, right? Now, they are not using any single license of your account. You will still have 100 license available for you.
Okay, because I'm thinking, let's say, because most of this costing will be attached to the project. So that means to save cost, can I return maybe 90
Oh, that means that
80
you want
licenses?
to
Yeah.
you want to return whatever you
Yeah.
purchase. I don't know the answer. You might want to talk to the sales or the backend team, whether you can do the. I remember it's called RMA, right? Yeah, RMA, right? So I don't know about this RMA process. You have to talk to them.
How many licenses
Right.
minimum to purchase?
Minimum, you can purchase one license. Right. About the RMA thing, I don't have answer. I don't know how the thing works at the back end. Now, any questions?
Let's mean that the design account, each of them has their own site, right?
Yes, they have their own site. Right. So you guys understand? Right. Is it? It's okay to confuse in the early beginning.
This BIM 360 build is what,
Fifth.
and this is where you get your project management module right now.
Yes.
That build.
Yes.
And can we sell it here?
So far as I know is BIM 360 build is a direct sales. Direct